Welcome back to the Sportsmax Zone, and it was his first time driving competitively on ice, but Jamaican racer Fraser McConnell put up a strong display at the Nitro Rallycross event in Quebec, Canada on the weekend. McConnell topped the qualifying round for only the second time this season. His second place finishes in both the semi-finals and final saw him finish fourth overall. Joining us this afternoon, Fraser McConnell. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, thank you for having me.
Well, such a shiny belt, and I love it. It's way heavier
Hold it
than
up, hold it up. Yeah, let that fall.
Way
Good save.
heavier than I...
Look, wait, too high. Right there is good. Right there is good.
When you get the chance, you have to hold it up. You know,
Yeah, man.
it's such a competitive field.
Let it
You know,
rest,
it's
yeah,
we've had 7 races and 5 different race winners, so you know, incredibly competitive. I have a deal with the promoter for Nitro Rallycross. Whoever has the most top qualifiers at the end of the season gets to carry this home, because you know, Dana White and UFC have invested in Nitro, and they brought in the belt kind of to represent that. And every time someone gets the top qualifier, you get to keep the belt until the next event. So this is the second one I've had for the season. We have 3 people tied on second, so the gloves are off.
Yeah, no snow in Jamaica, but that didn't stop you. I want you to talk to me about that, you know, just the preparations and whatnot.
No, first time on ice, like you said, and it's a completely different, nothing compares to it. You know, when the ice is really good, we're running 12mm studs. There's 325 studs on each tire. And, you know, the first couple of sessions, it was like an ice rink, you know, really solid ice. And when I turned into the corner the first time, I said, wait, nothing not silent at all. So next corner was full speed. And it's the most grip I've ever had in a corner, full stop. You know, tarmac, dirt, anything. But then what we saw on the second day, since so many cars were running on it, it started to dig up the ice and we get a lot of snow. So you see all this snow starting to spray up. And when the spikes go in the snow, it doesn't get a chance to dig down to the ice, and then it's the slipperiest thing you've ever been on. So a big learning curve.
Yeah.
How do you simulate though? I was keen. All right, so I'm watching the races, and I'm saying, but yeah, so what do you do to prepare for handling a car and a car handling the ice?
A lot of it is, you know, you always have to trust your instincts, and you know, the behavior of a car generally is the same. You know, you have to transfer the weight of the car from the front and the back.
Yeah.
You know, the more weight you put on the front is the more grip you have, and work the car to the grip that you have on the track. So, you know, if the grip is not there and you go and turn full speed, you're gonna crash into the wall.
But you have to know your car, though.
You have to know the car. You have to trust your instincts and adapt very quickly. You know, the track was changing lap after lap. It wasn't like, let's say, beginning of the day different from the end of the day. Each lap, a lap is only a kilometer long. By the time you come back around, 6 cars have already driven on it, and it's torn up.
Yeah. So you know, the plan. I mean, you guys strategize a lot. You have to in this kind of event. So when you sat down with your team about how you're going to attack each lap on the different days, you know, what was the approach that you took?
You can plan to an extent, and then it's just instincts after that. You know, we can have a start strategy, A, B, C, D, and, you know, Z will happen. So, you know, you can plan to a certain extent, but a lot of it is on the fly. And, you know, I have my spotter in the spotter tower watching the racing, on the radio talking between my helmet. And you obviously know the joker lap is a little diversion, and, you know, that is a call that the spotter makes on the fly.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mariah. So I hear you, the spotter makes a call on the fly. But again, looking at how you did in qualifying, looking at what the semifinals and finals produced for you, you know you're a competitive guy, Fraser.
Yeah.
Are you saying that, you know, 4th place, disappointed? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah? Why? Well, I was at 4th is, it's brilliant. 4th on ice for the first time. That's very good. Clap him, but the man is saying no. Why?
You know, what sweet us the most was when we win the top qualifier and all the Scandinavian people are looking around like, what the hell is the Jamaican man come?
Where he come from?
And then, you know, it's always big confidence, good spirit going into the next day. But like I said at the beginning of the show, it's such a competitive field. You know, we have Chris Meek, World Rally, multiple rally champion. You know, Travis Pastrana is a legend.
Yeah.
Some, you know, top class rallycross drivers, my teammate Andreas Packard, Robin Larson. It's just, the list goes on, and every session people are setting fastest laps. And a lot of this racing comes down to the start.
Right.
What ended up happening on the Sunday, second day, it was a Friday, Saturday. The start line was so dug up. You know, normally if it's tarmac, it stays the same, but
Right.
the ice, you big holes from the tires digging way down.
Right.
And
Tires looking for grip. So you go down, yeah.
nobody knew what to do.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of wait for the green to go and you let go handbrake and you go nowhere. Or sometimes it pick up like a rocket and shoot off. So you kind of had to manage the race after that, but a lot of the race was determined from the start.
Yeah, for the rest of the season though, what's coming up for you next? You know, when can we see you in action?
I'm not planning to give up this. We go to Calgary for another ice and snow event February 4th, 5th. It's supposed to be minus 25 in a couple of days there. So they'll have good ice. And I went there for a press conference in November. And funny enough, that's where the Jamaican Olympic team went there for their first bobsled event.
Yes.
So, you know, met with all the Calgary Tourism Board and it's at the Calgary Stampede Park. So met with all the big Stampede people, the Cowboys, and went to go actually see the original bobsled.
Yeah,
which was special.
As you said, I'm trying to remember. Calgary was 1988. That was
88.
yeah.
I can understand why he doesn't want to give up that bell though, because I held it and I instantly felt powerful.
Yeah. So, any when you review what the Quebec runs were like, biggest adjustment that you plan to make for Calgary?
Well, when you're in front, you don't have the visibility challenge that the dust brings up. If you thought marl roads or dirt roads gave bad visibility, you don't want this to snow. Worse in nighttime, you have the lights and you get this reflective shininess coming off of the snowflakes. It's really difficult. So, you know, gonna work on the starts and try to reproduce what we did on the Friday.
Yeah, and then the second most important question of all, how did the car come out of the exertions over the weekend?
Not so bad. You know, instead of having to clean off the dust, you just kind of make it sit in the heat and the snow will melt off it. But the spike tires are really aggressive. You know, we saw some people have some punctures where if you turn the front wheels into somebody's tires, it just shreds it to pieces.
Yeah.
You know, I got some contact in the air. My door it looked like somebody took a chainsaw and rolled it through the door. So Nitro is making the most extreme races. You know, it's in their motto, you know, cars that fly and tracks that thrill, and you know, they're doing exactly that, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
George asked about the car. How did you recover?
Like I said, I didn't leave the final so happy. You know, it's my first year in the main category, and you know, our goals going into the year, you know, we have certain targets. You know, let's make the final, let's get the podium, let's get a win would be nice. And then you're halfway through the season and in a championship fight and say, all right, no, I can do this. So, you know, always believing in my skills.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's impossible without the support I get from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's the size of the team that travels with you again?
Well, it's a 3-car team and each car has 5 to 6 people. So, you know, Dry Rainbow, JC Racing, we do roll very heavy, but, you know, all the preparation that we put into each race has shown quite strong. It's a 1, 2, 3 in the championship standings for the whole team. So,
and your message to those who want this belt?
come get it.
Come get it.
Try your best.
Cool. All right, take us out.
Yeah. Well, Fraser, we want to thank you so much for stopping by. You're no stranger to Sportsmax, and just so you know, George doesn't give people praise. But last week I heard him talking really highly about you, and of course saying that you're a great brand ambassador for Jamaica. Wow.
Thank you.
We'll chat again soon. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you for watching Sportsmax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.